Alrighty, Capricorn, we're here. We're doing this. Are you excited? I'm excited. This is Infinite. I'm Charlie. I'm very grateful that you're here. This is our inaugural, I suppose you could say, burning questions spread. What is this about? Well, I wanted to put together something that was a bit timeless on the channel so people could interact with it and it would find them whenever they needed. This first question is where is my creative inspiration hiding? Excellent things have been coming from this. So do check out your sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign because there's a ton of wisdom in this. I feel like spirit is, there's definitely a lot of value coming through. So do check those out. And yeah, we're going to dive right in. Shall we, Capricorn? Let's do this. I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angel, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Beautiful. Capricorn. Let's go. Okay. So the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle is where I will be starting. This is a deck by Kelly Sullivan Walden and Rasuli. So, Spirit, can I get some messages for my wonderful Capricornian creative collective here? There's a little bit of alliteration that I did not intend, but I will roll with it. Capricornian creative collective. Where is their inspiration hiding? Knights of the Round Table. Let their love lift you higher. You have a lot of guides around you right now, Capricorn. A lot of guides, guidance. There's so much, like, I'm getting this, like, big divine energy, divine intervention. But, like, there's a lot of, like, ancient wisdom that's within you and around you right now. Which one? That one? Okay. Whale of a time. Your charge is to enlarge. I really like this energy. Yeah. There's almost like high priestess vibes off of this, right? Like, it's like the way that it's all showing up here. Like, there's enlightenment, there's like activations, energies flowing. Your charge is to enlarge. I'm almost getting this image of like changing the resolution on a picture or like cropping a photo, and like it's almost like you cropped part of yourself out. Capricorn, you cropped something out of this photo. Like you cropped it out so that you wouldn't have to see it. I'm clarifying this with the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. Capricorn. I'm the Aries in my chart has just been activated. I'm gonna find this. But like this idea of like cropping something out just so that you don't have to see it anymore isn't like. But I feel like there's healing energy. So was that? Let's clarify, okay? So this is the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. Spirit, can I get some clarification on this? Like, inspiration hiding in kind of in plain sight. Like, I'm just getting the image of someone like adjusting the crop, like they're seeing the edited version of a photo, and then when they go into edit mode, they're like, oh, there's like so much more to this picture. Like they go into the edited version in like Lightroom or something, and then they pull back and they're like, it's actually 6 times bigger than what you thought, and there's all this detail that was inaccessible before, and that could just be things coming to you via downloads. So I think maybe the inspiration is like it's hiding in plain sight, all of these details, and that it's almost like there's parallel universes unfolding around you. There's parallel universes unfolding, and it's like you're connecting to the details of them. Like you're connecting to the details of them through like your intuition and just guides and guidance, synchronicities. But you have to be listening, Capricorn. Yeah, you have to be listening. Really? So I have the Ace of Cups, and that sound was really, that sound was me being like, wowza, okay. Like, you have to listen. You have to be listening, because I thought, oh, synchronicities, haha, that's funny. And then I was like, oh, is this a synchronicity? And then I got the Judgment card, and so I was like, the deck was like, heh. Like, I feel like, yeah, that it is. I said in the Sag reading, but this is true that Spirit's been pretty damn sassy today. So, so the Ace of Cups and the Lovers is clarified by the Judgment card. So I almost feel like there's something about love here. Now I know that you've been getting love in a lot of your readings, but it's almost like there's details about love or relationship that feel like they're not hidden. There's a transformation in the way that you're seeing it. The way that you're seeing it fit into the big picture. Ooh, Capricorn. This is very interesting to me. Yeah, the way that you're seeing it fit into the big picture. And that like inspiration has kind of been hiding out in, not in the details, but in the big picture. Yeah, big picture. Capricorn. And yeah, big picture. Okay, oh my gosh. And you're showing up here as well. I don't get this as like temptation energy, but I think it's like pulling back and standing in your power for a minute and remembering that like there's a big picture that you're seeing, but I almost feel like you're not seeing it. And maybe that's part of what's blocking you here, is that you're looking at the details. The details. But I feel like there's a way that you've been resistant. Yeah, like there's something you're resisting here. You're like resisting, not the feeling of inspiration, but like you're almost skeptical of the idea that you could be a Queen of Wands, like that you can be in this like really inspired and fiery place that's just beautiful, like forward moving, all of that stuff. Like you're just doubting it. You're unsure. There's like two different sides of you. The one that is in this Queen of Wands energy, and then the one that is like, I can't remember what other sign had this, but it was almost like this was like the inner self of the Queen of Wands talking and like being like, are you sure that you can do that? That person's like a total jackass. Do you really want to do that? You know, and like it was almost like it's trying to talk you out of being in your power. Like your charge is to enlarge. The whale here, your charge is to enlarge. Which like it's like stepping into this energy of the Queen of Wands. Your charge is to enlarge. Yeah. Charge forward. It could be stepping into a greater sense of confidence. Like, but again, I'm feeling there's something very connected to feeling like the details have been cropped out or they're just not accessible to you, but it's really there. Like it's in the big picture. This big picture message. Spirit, can you give me some clarity on this? Like releasing things around the big picture. What it is that my Capricorns need to release. Emotional nonsense. I saw this on the split and I was just setting it here to like process it. But like emotional nonsense, investing in things emotionally that aren't worth your time back, spilling your own cups. Like it's almost like self-pity instead of clarity about the situation. And maybe the big picture is what is, if you saw the big picture, if you saw the Queen of Wands, yeah, if you saw the big picture, this is like what you need to let go of. Yeah, Tower, Sun, Fool, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so if you saw the big picture, it would be disruptive. If you saw the big picture, Capricorn, it would be disruptive because you couldn't unsee it. And when you can't unsee it, it means that you've got to move on from this energy. And this is like, I'll do it this way because that's how it showed up in the thing. Because the Nine of Wands is looking at the Queen. But like this disruptive energy, to take the blindfold off would mean that you could no longer, it would have to just be this. It would just have to be the Queen of Wands. But it's almost like this part of you that you've relied on, this skeptical part of you that you've relied on about projects and love and work and details and all of that stuff. It's like when you when you lean into the disruption of mental, like, just like, it's almost like the emotional nonsense, but then this is like the mental nonsense that's the manifestation of it. 10:11 was just on the time, as was 10:10. Sorry. If you lean into this disruption, though, look at that. Leo energy, your charge is to enlarge. I cannot think of two cards that are more enlarged or enlarge in the tarot. Right? The Sun and the Fool. Uranian energy and Leo energy. Both are expansive in different ways. And the Ten of Pentacles tells me that there's an aspect of this that will be fulfilling, but you first have to trust it. Yeah, King of Cups came out in reverse. You first have to trust it. I don't often read reversals, but like, hilarious. You do have to trust it, Capricorn. And I feel like inspiration isn't going to come from that alone. It's not going to come from that specific action. I feel like it's going to, it's going to come from a place that 11:11 is on the time that you don't necessarily expect, Capricorn. It's going to come from that feeling of like, when you feel like, it's like justice is like the cause and effect, right? Cause and effect. So Ace of Swords going forward and Two of Swords effect, cause and effect. And that, to me, in this spread, just popping out as a sort of, as a casual, like, yeah, think about that for a minute. It's almost like the cause and effect here. Like, what were you blocking out of the big picture and why? Why did it matter that you didn't see what was actually going on? Why did it matter that you didn't see it? Why did it matter, Capricorn? My cat has words. She has a lot of thoughts on this. Yes, my darling. Go ahead, baby. She's had her little nap and then she had a drink of water, so she's got to go, I don't know, riot. I'm not sure. She just gets the zoomies at about this time of the day. And like, she just, I don't know if anyone has cats and they just run around the house yelling. And like, you're like, okay, well, this cat is haunted, which is not true. She's adorable and lovable and all of those wonderful things, but she needed her freedom. Maybe you need your freedom. But there's something that you were not wanting to see about the big picture. Maybe it gave you too much of a sense of freedom. Oh, let's all thank Eva, my cat. I'm thinking like it almost gave you like, you're used to being in this kind of like confined state. Like structure was comfortable. Structure was really comfortable for you, Capricorn. And like, this is leaving you feeling like really, like not, not very settled. Like this is beautiful energy. I have air and fire in my chart. So for me, I'm like, yeah, move towards that thing. But if you're used to like air or to earth energy and you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, 13 on the time, it will not feel very clear to you. But I think that there's something that you're getting clear about with this. Like there's like a clarity, like something that was affecting your feeling of freedom. Yeah, your feeling of freedom. Like your freedom to emotionally, your freedom to pour out and into others. It didn't go according to plan. I just heard it didn't go according to plan. Oh, Capricorn. My goat babies, come on. What happened? It didn't go according to plan. Yeah, Hierophant again. But there is healing here. Queen of Cups came out after Temperance. So this is what I saw here. So we had the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, but then we also had the World, the Hierophant, Temperance, and the Queen of Cups. Right? It's a little shiny. So the World came out and then the Hierophant, yeah, like it didn't go according to plan, but you moved past it and had to kind of work with it anyway. Sagittarius card, you kind of saw the brighter side of it. You took what you could from it. Like it's not great energy, but like I feel like this is now, there's like a wellspring. I'm hearing wellspring that's available to you now. Spirit's funny because I have all these ideas for how I'm going to organize spreads and then like the information comes out and like definite alignment with that. Didn't go according to plan. But sometimes though, Capricorn, that's like where the juice is. Like if I stick too much to the spread as I wrote it out after a meditation, none of this wisdom would come through. So just remember that. Yeah, a wellspring. Tell me about it, right? Oof. Spirit, can I get some guidance from my Capricorn creative collective here about kind of moving forward from this relative to this freedom? Yeah, this freedom, like freedom from like I feel like the freedom to manifest kind of terrifies you a little bit. Like it feels like a bit of a death to you. It feels like a little death. Huh. It feels like a death. I can assure you, Capricorn, that it's transformation. It's not dying. King of Pentacles, there you came out again. Magician energy as well, again. King of Swords, again. I think that the thing here, okay, okay, fine, Spirit. I'll take one more. Okay, two more. I just heard the words "don't test me." 1616 came on the time. Spirit's been really sassy and playful today, so it's not it's not like "don't test me," like it's bad. No, Spirit's just like I think that you need to shift the way that you're seeing your manifestations of freedom, right? You can manifest freedom and see it as like a knight. Like a knight would see freedom as like a restriction, or like it would see it as like a restriction in a way. If there's, I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. It's almost like there's like a commitment interrupted, like something along those lines for you, Capricorn. And like for you, there's like a steadiness to your energy usually that is not really showing up in the way that you might expect or want right now. And I think it's like leaning into the king side of stability, the king side of commitment, right? Because both kings they're both looking at this magician. And I almost feel like these are variations of you, kind of looking back at yourself in this manifestation phase, trying to remind you that there's, you're either trying to like run towards freedom, or there's something about freedom that scares you. Because it's like the uncertainty, but like there's like clarity here, there's value here, there's like a sense of time well spent and invested, right? Like you have wisdom, there's like wisdom in the owl, intelligence and big picture seeing in the king and the crow, and then you have the dog down here with the King of Pentacles, which is like loyal companions. I get the feeling, Capricorn, like you're kind of in the way of your own manifesting here. You're in the way of your own manifesting a little bit. And I think that there's a way that you're getting free, and you're doing it through Empress, when what I feel like you may need to do is to go into your High Priestess more. You may need to go into your High Priestess just a little bit more. Yeah, there's like Two of Swords and Two of Wands. It's like this like stuck energy. It's like you're manifesting, but it's happening in like, Abraham Hicks talks about like the crack of least resistance. And I feel like the crack of least resistance for you is like, I don't know, it's very small. Like you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not allowing yourself to, you're not trusting yourself enough to be the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So much here for you, Capricorn. Three of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Eight of Wands. Page of Cups. So I will show you all of these. Sorry, I'm like trying to read this energy now, and I pulled out a few because I really like, there's like this story here that spirits kind of, there's a resistance, Capricorn, but you really got to let go. You got to surrender a little bit more, I think. And I think that like, it's almost like the Queen of Pentacles is showing up in reverse because you've been out of balance looking for like the one thing, like looking for the one thing, as opposed to understanding that like there's a Three of Pentacles energy that is more useful and helpful for you to come from, and healing as well. Like, instead of like looking at every opportunity as the only opportunity ever, it's like understanding that that throws you completely out of balance and it disconnects you from your sense of self and your sense of self-worth. And I think that this Three of Pentacles energy is much more constructive for you in terms of your self-esteem, because it's like people are there to remind you. People are reflections, right? The reflections to us, not just of what we value, but what's most important. And when you're looking for the one thing this hard, I just feel like this restricted energy, when you're looking for the one thing as like the only thing, it's like, imagine dating and every person that you ever dated, like the first date, you were like, yep, they're going to be the last person that I date. And like how it just is like, it sort of defeats the purpose of getting to know people and exchanging energy in ways that are healing and helpful to you, granted. I'm not talking about destructive behavior here. I'm talking about like how it's sort of, there's like a collaborative energy that you need to come from, instead of this like, it's almost like this, like the reverse of the Ace of Pentacles, like a me first energy. That hasn't really served you very well. And I see that you're moving away from it and you're kind of understanding more. Like the Page of Cups, the Magician kind of rules the entire minor arcana, right? But I feel like the Page of Cups is a really strong reflection of it. But I feel like this, you're becoming wise to these thought processes not working. And it's sort of, you're understanding that this is like a way that you've been directing your passions. And it's been a little bit immature, compared to maybe what you wanted it to be, like what the way that you want to manifest. And like, it's okay. There are times where I recognize things like this about myself. I have friends that are in their 40s, like late 40s, and some of them early 50s, and that they're still learning these things, right? So it's not like you should know this by now, Capricorn. No, that's nonsense. 2222 on the time. So I do think this is kind of like a new beginning for you, in that you're going a little bit easier on yourself and you're just giving up this like weight, like you're giving up this weight of feeling like you must do it in one specific way. And it's really what's freeing you and moving you forward. So maybe it's the sense of freedom that scared you because there were too many ways and you were trying to get it just right, like you were trying to be perfect. And it's really hard to do this, to step into this, like your charge is too enlarged. It's hard to step into that energy when you're like always in the negative, like you're always kind of running, you're in emotional overdraft. But again, your guides are here. Spirit, can I get some messages for Capricorn? This is the Miracles Now deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. Thank you so much, Spirit. I surrender my desires and I know the universe has my back. Yes, I think that you may need to trust more. You may need to trust in yourself too. I think that's another big part of this, Capricorn. And I'm just going to pull some additional messages for you from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection deck by Mike Dooley. Spirit, can I get some extra messages for Capricorn here? Thank you so much. Whoa, that was explosive. Maybe that's how the tower is going to come in. Like, I don't think it's going to knock, like, I don't think it's going to be a tower that's like, you know, it's not going to affect the buildings around it, but I feel like you will certainly feel the impact because it's going to free you in ways that you did not expect. No two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. Comparisons are odious because they presume all other things are equal, which is never the case. Between me and you, the universe. Yeah, I get the big vibes from here of you stepping into your power and recognizing what you have to offer, as opposed to like facilitating the offerings of other people through this Queen of Wands, right? Like listening to people, having them come to the court and they put on some kind of show, you know, they perform, they explain their case to you, and you do the thing with the power that you have. But then, like, what about the things you want to make for yourself? And I feel like that's where you're stepping into that more so. Time to make a demonstration. The older the soul, the softer the glance, the quicker the smile, and the sooner to say, I love you. They also skip and wink more than normal and hold hands with those they walk beside. Utterly fearless, the universe. I think this is time for you to make a demonstration of who you are. Your charge is to enlarge. You have a lot of helpers around you right now, Capricorn. Your charge is to enlarge. Make a demonstration of the energy of that which you come from and of that which you are made. On that note, if this resonated for you, Capricorn, please do like and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel and to know what resonates for you, and to continue to do this, tarot readings and spiritual guidance, which I absolutely love. So beyond that, if you wish to connect with me, there are options to do so through daily readings on here, astrologically related readings and more. So please do that. And if this is where we part, though, I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. Have a wonderful day.